Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Let me quickly unlock the doors while we set up the train. Yes, hello, welcome to another video. This of course should probably be the the video. Which one is it? Hang on. I always forget where the blooming AWS switch is. Fan speed, climate control. DSD we can do. AWS is over there. Cool. Right. I think that's everything we need for now. Do that. Right. Okay. Yes. So this video here, of course, should probably be the one for the Cathcart route. Yeah, you're probably all expecting not Cathcart. Cathcart. Good grief. That was a long time ago. No, you were probably all expecting a video from the Glossop line. That's the one, Manchester to Glossop. I do have that route, but quite frankly, I've not really been bothered to make. Well, I say I've not been bothered. I've been too busy to make the video. I've got a bit of an opportunity to make a video at the moment, but for today, I thought I'd do something that isn't the Glossop line. Clearly, it's the Class 43 in the old First Great Western livery. Now, if you're not aware, by the time of recording. By the time of recording, in fact, and the time of you watching, this delivery is no longer available in Train Sim World, and it's a right old shame. It really is. It's such a shame that DTG never actually got the license. So let me tell you the story of how this thing came to be. So pretty much what happened was, when they released the Great Western Express route, they got the licensing from First Group to use the Great Western Railway license. However, they also added the First Great Western livery into the game, and this was DTG, and this was when they built the route initially. So they added this, and the intention was that one day they'd be able to get the license to use the First Great Western, because the route was built at a transition period. So they thought, oh, why don't we make the thing, or the stock transition period. Well, so as you can see, there's a 166 over here in GWR green, as normal. Somewhere over here, if there's another one, we won't see one, but no, there's not one in here. But we'll see a First Great Western 166 at some point as well. Anyway, the long story short, DTG never got the license from First Group to use the First Great Western livery, which is a right old shame, I think. As it would have made it, honestly, when you have it, it makes the route so much more lively. So, in essence, what I have done, let's get going because we're gonna be well late. Right, lock the doors. Forward. Brakes off. And bit of power. Door closed. I would have liked an open window, but I guess because it's HST, it makes sense you can't open a window. So yeah, in essence, what I've done is I've saved the file for the entirety of the Great Western Express route before I've let Steam install. Annoyingly enough, Steam has to install the updates before the game can be played. So I had to quickly jump into Steam, pause the update before it had a chance to start, back up the root file to my computer, and then once it had finished the download, I then deleted the updated version, the one in my folder. It should be in the Steam Common, the Steam Apps common folder within your Steam library. You can click properties in your local files, and you go into a folder called content. Anyway, so yeah, once you've found that, delete the original route, and then yeah, put this one back in, and job done. I now have my First Great Western HST back. So I wonder how many people have actually done this, to be fair. What I would really like to see is a way in the future for somebody to manage to extract this HST model out of the game and be able to share it sort of outside the game, outside the route, so that we can still use it in future. Unfortunately, though, I don't think that could ever happen, and I also don't think it would conform to the EULA. I nearly said EULAs then. I also don't think it would conform to the EULA to actually share said HST files. It certainly doesn't conform to the EULA to share the root files. So if anybody has lost the first Great Western HST and wants it back, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to send you the files for it, because it, like I say, it's not actually legal for me to send them. But as far as I'm aware, I can have them on my machine. As long as I don't share them anywhere, they're fine. No, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I own the content. However, the thing that may stop me in my tracks is if I load up a different route and I find out that there are issues with said new route. So say Brighton Mainline uses the HST. If they've done an update to Brighton Mainline, there's an AI, if you didn't know, in Brighton Mainline that uses it. Anyway, they've done an update to Brighton Mainline to go with the new HST update. Because if you didn't know, the HST has now been updated so that it can now use the livery designer. So you can now obviously create your own custom livery, which technically means that yes, you could create your own custom livery for the HST and reskin the thing back into the first Great Western purple livery. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but you will have the Great Western Railway interior. And if I jump outside, if I can stop spinning, you'll notice this train actually has a first Great Western interior. Likewise with the 166, that also has a first Great Western interior. That's something you're not going to get back. So it's pretty cool that that you can still keep the route in its current state. Like I say, unfortunately, if you've already if your game has already updated itself, then there is unfortunately no going back as far as I'm aware. Maybe there's a way to backdate your game, but who knows? Like I say, I'm not aware of it. They don't build any open sort of backdate betas into Train Simulator DGG, so never have done, probably never will do. But hey, we can dream. Of course, it does mean doing this that I now have a HST that is not compatible with the livery designer. So I couldn't see a livery on the workshop and go, oh, I want that, I'm going to download that. Couldn't happen. It wouldn't work. But to be perfectly honest with you, I don't use a livery designer very often at all. I don't really care, to be honest, that I'm missing out on that. I really don't. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing against the creators. The content creators are great. I love some of the stuff that's actually coming through the livery designer. But it just doesn't bother me. I just don't use the liveries. You know what? I might be more tempted to use the livery designer if there was a way to like turn off custom liveries or like toggle custom liveries in a route. Because obviously when you load up a route and you've got a custom livery in it, it just spawns whatever the heck it feels like. That's not the view I want. This is the view I want. I want to go over and have a look at the depot. What we got? First group. Ah, there we go. Great Western. So the Great Western ones do still exist, but as far as I'm aware, it's a completely random spawn as to whether you get a first group one or a Great Western Railway one, which I love it. I love it. Now, unfortunately, you may have already noticed 43345. Don't think it exists. Certainly not a Great Western logo. It is a glitch with this train. This train isn't perfect, don't get me wrong, but I can overlook the number, to be honest, for the and every single HST will be 43345. If you were wondering. So the rear power car will be 345. I don't know about the coaches. I don't know. I've never really looked at the coaches, to be fair. Maybe we'll have to have a nose when we can stop at Reading. But other than that, I'm a willing to sort of make that sacrifice to have this thing flying around. Honestly, it looks brilliant. Do you know what? I'm well attached to this livery. And I think it's because back in the early days when obviously Rail Simulator, as it was originally, was released, this was one of the first liveries that I ever... In fact, this was the first ever livery I ever drove. Drove a HST in this livery and accidentally hit the buffers at Reading. But you know what? From that point, it was great. I've loved this livery ever since. So, that is why I am not currently willing to let it go. There's the old Baker Line train. Which is nice. It's only a 26-minute run, so we won't be at this for long. So yeah, I will do a video on the Glossop line, I promise. Just when, I don't know. Like I say, I've been quite busy at work recently. Something extremely exciting. But to be honest, I might save it for a different day. That story. It's just relevant, but it's not relevant to this video. So I reckon I'll do a separate video for that at some point. Yeah, I know how I'll do that video. Cool. So I'm just planning while recording. This is really professional of me, you know. Just giving myself ideas. Hanwell, isn't it? I think it's Hanwell. A lot of red signals about. I've not seen any train signal. Oh, hang on. Is that just another red signal? They're just red signals. Weird. Like I say, on top of not having the livery designer functionality for the HST, I'm also missing out on any bug fixes that may have occurred for it. So that's a bit annoying. But to be honest, I never found any enormous, like, game-breaking bugs to this route. I'll have to, like, double-check the features and see if there's any features that, like, are outstanding. And yes, I'm on it. I've got to get rid of this version of the HST so I can get no features. But to be honest, I'm not too bothered right now. Unless, like I say, it causes me issues in the future, I'm not bothered. If they did a timetable overhaul, for example, or they added a new train, then yes, I would indeed, the Great Western 166, I would indeed delete my my route. And obviously, I don't mean completely delete it, I mean reinstall the updated version. I still have the updated version backed up, so I can chop and change whenever I need to. Also, I'm not liking the lighting going on in this, so like I say, it's a now a livery that, as far as DTG is concerned, it doesn't exist. So we'll never get an update for it. In fact, it never really existed as far as DTG was concerned after they added it, but, you know, whatever. It looks a lot nicer here than it does in here, the lighting. But, yeah, small prices, right? Even if I'm driving a 166, I'm not going to notice the fact that it's dark and underexposed and stuff. It just looks good as AI, this train. Really does, just flying past. Oh look, first Great Western HST. Oh look, Great Western Railway HST. Just has more different visuals to the route. And yeah, like I say, I could do a reskin of it, but it's just easier. And you don't get the interior either. I love the interior. Anyway, Great Western Express, the second oldest route in Transit World now. Well, I mean, now, it always was, but, you know. Built when they were still installing the wires, and here we are today with wires all the way to Cardiff, Bristol. A brand new depot on the curve, the Bristol Parkway, triangle. It's more than a triangle, isn't it? It's like a four-way junction. That would it existed? No, I don't think it would have existed at the time of this. There's no 800s in it. Admittedly, I would have loved to have seen an 800 DLC. That'd been great. Oh look, there we go, purple one. purple DMU. They do exist. Curiously enough, if you did update, you can still download the. I forgot to mention that you can only actually drive the First Great Western HST and Class 166 liveries if you download the mod from I can't remember, trainsimulator.de, is it? Something like that. I don't think it's available on Trainsim Community. I think it's trainsim.de. But yeah, you've got to download that. Either way though, curiously enough, the 166 is actually still available, and I've got no idea why they didn't take the opportunity to remove both the First Great Western and the HST and the 166. It seems weird that they would keep one without keeping the other. 125 mile an hour, that's good. I'll put down a bit. See what that does to us. Wasn't sure if 0.3 would be low enough. 2 random containers there on the flats. Nice. HST. Admittedly, I'm kind of waiting to see a Great Western one go past. Like I said, I don't hate Great Western liveries by any stretch of the imagination, but I just prefer driving this livery. I just think it's nicer. But I do like the transition. I like the fact that you can go past one HST and it's this, and then you go past another one and it's a Great Western one. So yes, if I ever did delete the route and update to the more modern version that you've all got, I probably would create a livery in the livery designer for it to make a First Great Western one, or see if somebody made one. Somebody would probably have already made one by that point. It's just nice to have an official First Great Western livery in the game. I don't want to let that go just yet. Even if there's literally just one last hurrah in this video, in the form of this video, just thrashing up the Great Western, making the most of what we have, or had. I meant to do this video before it got deleted, so that you could all have a go if you weren't aware of this existing in the game. Like I say, you've got to download a mod that installs it, that unlocks it, so you've got to sort of know it exists in order to be able to get the mod. Or just happen to stumble across a mod and think, oh, what's that? But yeah, downloading the mod will only unlock the First Great Western livery on the 166. Which, don't get me wrong, still worthwhile doing. If you did miss out on the HST, definitely still get the unlock off of the unlock on mod for the First Great Western livery 166, because that's got a nice custom interior as well. But you know, it's just a shame. Just a shame that they got rid of it. Get the licensing, man. You know, I really want it. I want it back. I loved it. Maybe one day they'll create a route within the First Great Western period, and then they can get the licensing from them. I doubt it somehow, but you know, whatever. They'll probably just go with the Great Western Railway license now. Now they've got it. Well, I say now they've got it. Every time they build a new route, they have to reacquire the license. Braiding, I think? Braiding. Not braiding, it's oh, Burnham. Burnham, not braiding. Where's braiding? I can't remember. Yeah, that's the one I meant. Burnham. I knew it started with a B. I got that bit right. Yeah, every time they make a new route, they basically have to reapply for the license. And admittedly, if they've had it once, the company is probably more likely to grant them it again. Also, I'm trying to work out why there's little sections of wire. It doesn't make a lot of sense in reality. Gaps in it. You'd only put it against the tension bits, tension mounts. It wouldn't work if you just placed it randomly like that. So. Never really thought about that, I suppose. The hangars, yeah, of course. The hangars would be there. But they've come along and not finished the job. Maybe they're doing this at the weekends and They're not finished and doing the works, putting down some of the piles. That was a floating gantry. That should not exist, however. And no, we never will see the wires applied all the way down this route. Maybe we'll get a new route that applies the wires all the way down, but it will be a route built from scratch, or as good as scratch. It will never come to this version of the route. But it would be good to see get a 345 and have some crossrail services running down here. Even though they did it sort of 2021, 22 type period, pre-Elizabeth line, where the crossrail was running into Paddington above ground. Diamond 360. We'll never get the Heathrow loop either, or the Heathrow branch either, I can't imagine. It's not Network Rail property. Property of the airport themselves, and I don't think they'd give permission to the airport. Too many security risks for, well, that would be the argument at the very least. Who knows, maybe modding will come so advanced one day we can literally build our own track and make our own timetables. In which case, yes, you could get a Heathrow loop. But don't count on it. I'm calling it a loop, it's not a loop, it's only a loop on a big deal, isn't it? You know what I mean. If I open the door, just like, oh no, it's locked now. Okay. Also unfortunate is that the First Great Western livery never did appear in any other routes. So say the Brighton Main Line, where you get the 166s down at Gatwick Airport, doing the Red Hill bit. They never appeared in First Great Western, which would have been cool. But oh well. What I wanted, but we'll get ahead of it. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! Blooming like a flyby shot of it. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where are you? Yeah, I thought I'd been in the back of that car right now. Bushes. Station, yeah, Typhoon. There's a Great Western 166. Actually, it wasn't a Great. Oh, it was a Great Western ABC. Yay! Like that. There we go. Nice. A long time to get to the front. Very long time to get to the front. Look at that. Lovely. Not necessarily the best sounding thing, but you know. Nevertheless. We're actually slowing down slightly on this uphill, which I'm not going to complain about. About 2.5 miles you need to slow one of these things down to the appropriate speeds. So we've got 0.8 of a mile until we hit the 95. Yeah, I reckon we'll hit it. We're not going to hit it. Uh-oh. Nice. A little bit of extra brake at the end helped us out nicely. Got a mile until the 60. Ease off the brakes. Put a little bit of brake on. Bring it down to a nice, smooth slow down. I think it goes to a 50 and then maybe a 40. Admittedly, I do like this station because the speed limits bring you down nicely. They give you a good idea of how to drive into it. Right, I can see Reading. Let's put some brake on. Oh, it's a 30. Ooh dear. Oh shoot. Well, we ain't gonna hit that, are we? Maybe we will. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. Look at that. Look at that. We're only going to be about a minute late as well, I reckon, by the time we stopped. Oh, look, there's a Great Western 16. I know, we keep saying the Great Western ones. It's the first Great Western ones I was looking out for earlier, wasn't it? Keep forgetting which livery it is. It's the Great Western HST we've not seen much. And it's the first Great Western 166 we've not seen a lot, if I remember rightly. There's another Great Western one there. Oh well, maybe a lot of 166s were painted into the new livery, and the HSTs were not. And that's going. Nice, look at that. Look at that double train action. I think they stop here nowadays. The 80s. Right, okay, let's unlock the doors. Neutral. I'm going to shut that up. Because otherwise they're going to complain at me when it goes. Let's set the DRA though. Just in case we're still poking around by the time the thing decides to leave. A couple of 166s out there, nice. We're gonna go for a quick walk once we finish this service. Just to have a nose inside. Like you say, as the pictures are a bit funny. Fair enough. As the 166 is still in the game, I'll let you have a go and have a look. Download the mod, like you say, if you can find it. Good luck. I might put a link. I'll probably forget to put a link though, so don't bet on it. And yeah, have a little try. Sorry. Oh. Look. Look at that. Look at that. Right, I'm going to unlock them. Engine off. Lock the master key. Beautiful. Beautiful. And also back when they used to get random for shops occasionally as well. So cool to see the WH Smiths here. See, look, the interior. It's all first Great Western. Dynamic lines. model actually looks quite low poly now. Seats are good. But the ceiling looks a bit... It's quite funny. When it came out, this was like the peak de la peak. That's a word. The crop of the cream and all that. I know I got that the wrong way around. That's intentional. I can't sit down. Huh. Oh no, I can sit down now. That's weird. Maybe you just can't sit in the outer seat. It's all here. It's all here. I think they did a better job with this than when they made the Southeastern Electro Star. The white one. Now on to our first class, which is getting different. We got seats in different colours as well. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but 2 different coloured seats. That's quite cool, if you ask me. A very intense spotlight, or point light. Different carpet. Oh, wait, is this... Oh, that's a shame. These... Aww. That's annoying. So yes! That was the first Great Western HST. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and sort of a last look. This is not a first look video, this is a last look video, I suppose. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this this sort of look at the first Great Western HST livery. Shame it's gone, but I guess it was needed in the end. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!